Promised God I was gonna do my job. Yesterday's video ended kind of eerie, and it just was one of those moments where you just be like, "Oh, I'm going to bed." Okay, I took it as that time to go to bed. Praise God. Whew. But God's grace is sufficient, so I'm gonna continue to do what He told me to do, which was simply today was, I feel like this camera isn't right, which today was simply to read, to read and, hold on, feels like it's cricket. There we go. Praise God. So, I said I was going to do what He told me to do. Yesterday, the video just stopped and published itself. Like, it took over, like, enough is enough, and stopped and published itself. To where I just went, first I was sitting there like, what happened? What happened? Then I'm looking at it and I'm like, it says published and everything. And I'm like, or stream, it ended, stream, and published. And y'all see, I was sitting like this, so it ain't like I touched it. So, so yeah, yesterday I decided to let well enough be alone. But today I'm going to read. I'm going to finish doing, hey, Lady Liberty. Oh, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Oh, okay. Disclaimer. Let's do the quick disclaimer. And I want to address some emails and give some structure to some stuff real quick. Okay. Disclaimer. My name is Wisdom. I believe, I study the Bible like Indiana Jones kind of person. And I love the Bible just like you love Spider-Man, and you go to Comic-Con and dress up as Spider-Man or Batman. I sit in my house, study my Bible, dressed up as Wisdom. And when I'm wearing this hat, that's why I did that. When I'm wearing this hat, that means I don't break character. You get what I'm saying? I don't break character. I am Wisdom during that time in, Utopia. So the reason why I say this is y'all see all those federal laws, everybody tripping. Because, you got the right to say, like, that's what Jesus died for, was that we had the right to say whatever we felt like we had the right to say. That we would be given the grace to say it. But I'm going to cut you some time and some slack. This channel isn't for the churchy. It's really for the people that's been watching the story. You get what I'm saying? Like, we are so far along in this storyline to where I feel, Jamila, I don't know how to catch you up. I don't know, like, you get what I'm saying? I don't even know how to catch you up. So, with that being said, if you're not willing to research the things I've said, then don't worry your pretty little head about it. Just let it be entertainment. There's some girl going through some type of utopia experience, or she's schizophrenic. I don't care. You can say whatever you want to say. But, that's if you're not willing to research it. But if you are willing, and you are willing to go watch the story, okay? Now, there is a place in the Bible. I wish I was on my computer, but I was on my computer last time, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. But there is a place in the Bible. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me think. No. It'd be... What's that sound? It'd be too long to look for it. So, I know it's in Philippians. It talks about, hold on. I'm sorry. It's in Philippians, and it basically talks about how prophecy is, like, people will come in and they'll see it. You can't deny the truth. You get what I'm saying? So if you go back and look through the videos and you see truth, you see the evolution of truth. Um, you know, that's what God told me to, why he told me to document all of this and to not, I'm not trying to persuade anyone. I am living my life studying the word of God. You get what I'm saying? Following after him like a lover follows after the bridegroom. You get what I'm saying? So, whew, I have so much anxiety. Y'all are watching the definition of long suffering. You get what I'm saying? It's not, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just hard. You know, it's like, you know, because been through a lot here. Been through a lot. So let me just calm down and read what you had to say. My sister says, hey, Lady Liberty sister. Already told her about the road trip. It's gonna happen. I believe that. I'm excited. I believe that. So I got to get through these disclaimers, and because I'm it's starting to happen again. Like if you guys have been watching, you know, it was like there when I first got involved doing this unto God. You know, the whole structure developed around me. Like there was a group and all of that, emails and all those types of things, and this is why Jamila had to jump in the comments. So someone sent me in this like email and said they wanted a candle, but I needed to be able to tell them their name, right? I just want to tell you guys, this is not a churchy channel. Only the son know the father and the father know the son, and don't nobody even know the name God, right? Like that's a name nobody even know. So I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I am saying that, like I said, I've been through a lot, and I'm not going to go through that anymore. I'm positive of who I'm talking to, and it's best to do your research, right? It's best to do your research. If that means going watching all the videos, if that means, you know, I don't know, but I'm going to say this. Either God touch your heart to get a candle, because it ain't that, you know, it's really about belief. It's really about hope. You know, these candles is really, it's hard to make them. Now, mind you, God told me I'm probably doing too much with putting all the stuff on them I'm doing, you know, because it's like, it puts a commercial sense on it, but it's really about, we all know it's coming. We all know any day it's coming. And for some have seen the road enough where they like, okay, I know that it's coming. So the way God had me make these candles were light in the dwelling. Like, I'm not going to even lie to you. It feels like a faith luxury product was the way he was telling it to me. As you know, I'm funny acting about money. I really don't want to be making stuff. But at the same point, God said it will give you light in your dwelling. And it has something to do with those last two plagues. So we got to study that out. But I am positive by the faith in God that that's what he told me to do. The story tells itself. Like if you go back and watch the story of how we got to here, because none of this is scripted. Like, I have to admit, y'all pray for me because my mind is mentally scattered. There's something going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm living in a trauma state, you know, where everything is cloudy. Every day I'm forgetting each day as the day goes by. You know, I hear a lot of people are going through that as we move further into this new age. And I love you. I want you to know, to the person that sent me that email, I love you and God bless you. But I'm going to be honest, ask God to run your, like to give you the happenstance, give you the sign, give you the thing that lets you know that this was his special gift for what's coming. You get what I'm saying? To where that would be a better move, you know what I mean? Because the goal isn't to believe in me. The goal is to believe in who sent me. To like, remember how I was telling y'all we got to read those red words? If you read the red words only, you start to get the tone of God. You get what I'm saying? Like you get his nature, his reactions. You get what I'm saying? You to the point where if the writer changes, the nature doesn't, unless they not talking about them. You get what I'm saying? Like you get to actually start seeing under the surface to see his nature. Like, are they lying on him? Are they telling the truth on him? All of those different things, you know. And here we go. How do I put this? God is. He's the number one end all be all. But the how do I put this? How do I put this? You gotta, everybody gotta work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. Fear and trembling. Okay, so I love y'all. Let's go to this. I'm sorry. I just want to. Oh, no. There's one more thing. One more thing. Also, I've got, like I said, I've gotten emails about the candles. And like I told y'all, it has no structure. I'm literally just doing this because God said do it. And I should have done it a long time ago. But that's what he said do. So I was praying about it. Like, how am I going to do this, Father? What am I, like, there's shipments? What in the world? How am I going to do this? And he told me to give it some structure, right? Because, like, I don't want to go on Etsy because it ain't about that. God told me it's about the effort. It's about, like, watching him, affirming his glory. It's about sanctifying yourself. Because remember, when the sky cracks open, no, y'all got to understand, when the sky cracks open, if you don't have a humility of sanctification, that, ooh, forget mourning. Like, yeah, that's why they say mourning. I get it. You know, so that's what it's about. It's about sacrifices and offerings. That's what it's really about. Like, it's really about preparing your heart and your soul for the presence of God. Right? It's about the ninth plague. It's about the days of darkness. It's about having what was proven. Now, y'all saw, if you go back and look at the story, y'all, like, I ain't witchy. I don't do say. I ain't none of that. Y'all saw the happenstance of how God brought this about. So that's nothing but God. So yeah, so it's really, really, really about your buy-in. So this is what you're gonna do. About the structure. About the structure. He told me to tell you to email, if you want a candle, email me at Faithful Wisdom Warriors in the email, right? This is what we're going to put in the email. Like, have it as its own email. So that way, like, we ain't talking through it. And then I missed the fact that you had said you wanted a can. You get what I'm saying? Because we having some other conversation within it. So have it as a single email that has your name, your phone number, the location where you want it sent to. And the only two ways I can take payment is Zelle or Cash App, okay? So put in there which one you want to do, Zelle or Cash App, okay? I'm going to make the candle, go to the post office, and text message you. That's how we're going to do it. That's the best way to do it because of where I live and you know, how far away everything is, and on the type of message that I'm giving. And I don't want to get involved with Etsy, and I don't want to get involved with none of them things because it ain't about that. Like I said, it's about You saw God through, like you believe. It's a faith. It's about faith. It's about faith. You know, because that, like I said, he told me this was gonna be that item where by faith you believe. You say at your darkest hour, instead of picking, let's talk about this candle real quick. God had me make it from frankincense, myrrh, and 24 karat gold, right? With liquid oxygen. He had me put that in there. And I have to put it in a, like it feels like some type of arc kind of thing, the way he's doing it with me. Because it's like I then have to put it in a bronze bowl. Right? Like, remember I told y'all, I showed y'all, I was doing it in this bowl. He said, you got to do it in a bronze bowl, a 100% bronze bowl, which is in the Bible. That's in the Bible. That's what the Bible say. You get what I'm saying? Ooh. So the way he's taking me through this is, it's amazing. So the candle, I found out, like, first it started, I'm not going to go through the whole story because I got to read to y'all. But first it started with the three wise men and figuring out where they friend or foe to the baby Jesus, right? Then after that, God said if they were trying to help them in some kind of way, the Ark of the Covenant would have that in it. So then I went and looked at the Ark of the Covenant, it was in there. And then while sleep, I woke up in the middle of the night and the Adam and Eve story from the Apocrypha was on. And the day that God basically like let them really go, like that he gave them a training session, right? But the day that it was literally like, okay, y'all gonna go, he gave them frankincense, myrrh, and gold, like Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael, right? So all the happenstance of how it came about is just amazing. But what God was saying, because the day they let them go, it was like saying, in your darkest hour, know that you have this. Know that you have that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he told me this candle is going to be for. And people have asked, is it only for the 3 days of darkness? No, I feel like the way God has put it in my heart is, if it's like that moment in life where you ready to pick up the gun and do something bad, like it's a peace offering between you and God. You get what I'm saying? So like, instead of picking up the gun, you light that candle and you pray and you submit yourself unto God and allow his will to be what his will is. You get what I'm saying? And he gave me such specific instructions on how to make this candle. That blows my mind too, because like I'm not allowed to pray over it. So it is not some like it's basically a blank slate type of thing, because it's not a candle where I prayed over it first. You don't know. It was literally like he told me I had to put the dimensions together properly. You know, that's what and I have to be, like, I have to wash the container after each one. Like, I can't make them in bulk. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. And y'all know I'm lazy. Let's be real. Let's be real. I ain't gonna say lazy. I'm in a traumatized state where I'm just kind of like this a lot. Like, you know, so, but I promised them, I said, I'll do it. Because I'm here. I'm here. Everything that he's done has happened, y'all. Go back. I went back and got a little bit of a list myself. How about that? Do y'all know we predicted that they were going to give away the sovereignty of America? Go back and look at our video about, yes, is martial law coming? In that video, we also predicted that the jobs, like your job was the one that was going to mandate it, not the federal government, right? We predicted the Travis Scott concert, the Gamma Ray, the 10-4, beforehand. If you go back and look beforehand, so think of an event and then go back and look beforehand. We predicted it. Even the menstruating women. Okay, so that same book, Adam and Eve, the Apocrypha book, which y'all know in 2023 just found out about this Apocrypha book, the Adam and Eve one. I didn't know about, like, I knew about wisdom and all the other ones, but I didn't know that there was a book of Adam and Eve. Okay, in it, he says menstru. No. Maybe it wasn't a book of Adam and Eve. I don't know. It was one of those books. But it said menstruating women will give birth to monsters. And they called them creatures. Remember I told y'all that everybody keeps saying zombies coming. I keep saying zombies ain't coming. Creatures are. It's more like a creature. We predicted that. Okay. And back when because y'all remember even in the video I went, I don't want to be sitting here talking about period blood, but God is telling me to when this time happened, God, this is what God said. When the sun goes dark, like when the sun goes dark, right? And it's 3 days of darkness or 3 months of darkness, however the case may be, or 30 days of darkness, okay? All of the women are going to menstruate at the exact same time. And then God gave us instructions on what to do with the menstruation blood, because like you got to treat it, like make sure she is in a place where nobody can be, like, really cut her off from everybody else. You then have to put away the blood, bury it, get it as far away from you as possible, bury it or burn it if you can. Remember, this was in our video, I want to say over a year ago. I don't know if anybody remember that. I've been saying that this was literally, definitely, maybe 2 years ago. It's at least a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I literally said in the video, I was like, man, y'all, I am in my right mind, but God said I need to tell y'all this. We predicted the war. Most of y'all came from that one. Me and Faithful are wearing white t-shirts where we said God is going to war. The Abraham Accord coin and all that. Y'all remember that? The 5 gangsters. Y'all remember that? We predicted the permafrost was going to unthaw. Go back and look where it's, I said the core of the earth done stop spinning. This is what God said about to happen. We predicted that there wasn't no winter coming last year. You know how they kept saying, oh, these are horrible winter storms, horrible storm. But last winter, come on now, we from Cleveland. You get what I'm saying? Like, them wasn't no storms. We had maybe, don't get me wrong, like a few like days of snow that was really, really bad. I even went outside and showed y'all this snow ain't real. Remember? Because I said in the book of Enoch, it said that Frost had abandoned his post. Okay, so we predicted it way beforehand. East Palestine, come on now. Come on now, we predicted it. Now, wait, now I'm still, let's see if y'all think this is a check. Y'all remember, we trying to get out the city, right? Remember, everything happened. My dad gone, dude was gone, my job was gone. It was all bad, right? And remember, I was looking for a house, right? Then shortly after, East Palestine, what happened there happened. Like, so I ended up in Kentucky. But look, then they did it again 2 counties over. Same exact thing that happened where I was going last time happened here 2 counties over like a week ago. Like a week ago. Y'all remember I was sitting in my living room and we heard that explosion? Y'all remember they blew up the place in Bedford? Remember, this was back when I was in Cleveland. But there was a explosion in Bedford. And then did y'all see, because I posted that one too, JWTV, he was talking about them like buying malls, like this man that bought these malls and Let me tell y'all, I think I even did a video on here. I remember driving, showing y'all, or somebody, I remember showing them this Walmart that had a whole bunch of gates around it. And then one day all the gates were gone. Like everything was just gone. But it was literally like military grade. You like a gate to get up. It was at the mall, but you couldn't get close to where the Walmart used to be that was in the mall. You get what I'm saying? Well, anyways, a couple like go look. Like Jay, he did this probably within a week or so, you know, not too long ago. But the man he was talking about, the Severance, that's the mall. Walking distance to my old house. That's the mall. Walking distance to my old house. I don't know him. I don't know Carrie Ann, her butt. What she say? She said something that was literally directly to me, but it wasn't to me. She don't know me. No, it was just I know this was God. If you know the story, you would look at it and go, "Oh, wow," you know? Uh I can't breathe. Long story short, it's been a lot. It's been a whole lot. And we predicted. It just a lot. And that ain't even all of it though. We predicted the Philippines. We predicted DART before they even told us they went the day they was gonna do DART. We predicted the Artemis before they even told us when they was gonna deal with Artemis. We predicted they were gonna cancel Roe versus Wade because we then went and looked into it to see that it was connected to the draft. Y'all remember that? Go look. It's connected to the draft. That's why we know a draft coming, because they had to repeal that in order for a draft to come. It's the truth. Go look. So, with that being said, I have even more on here, but I get why God told me to go get our books. You know, y'all remember the video where he said, go get our books, go get your winnings, because, man, I was blown away. 9/26, that was dark. That was when they hit Didymus. It's just been so much. It's just been so. We predicted Iceland. Do y'all remember Thor, Loki? Well, I told y'all about that. There is 3 volcanoes in Iceland on the Gecko Ridge or something like that. But no, this huge underwater super volcano, real talk. And it has 3 volcanoes connected to it called Thor, Loki, and Odin, right? But they are aligned with Orion. And remember I told y'all thought those were pyramids. God said no, they've been worshiping mountains. They've been worshiping volcanoes. Real talk. That's what, and look at that in history. Don't they give a virgin to the volcano? Come on now. Come on now. So we ain't missed the beat. You know, we ain't missed the beat. And I don't mean to be, forgive me, I don't mean to be insensitive. But I just have gotten to a place where the only way we could survive here on this earth is if we let you be and you let me be. You get what I'm saying? And let God tell you, right? That's just the best way to do it. Because if you don't do it that way during this time, you put yourself in danger. You know what I mean? Okay. What was it that you wanted me to read to the Father? Oh, okay. So I already did the candle thing. So that's what you do. Just make sure you put those things in the email. And now I'm gonna go to what was it that you wanted me to read? Revelations. Revelations chapter. Oh, what is this? I think 11. I think 11. But we're going to read it anyways. He told me to read to y'all, so let's read it anyways. Hopefully it's here. There was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple, leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles. And the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months. That's tomorrow, y'all. Okay, hold up. Y'all got to hear this out real quick. 42 months. So they're going to tread on the holy city. That's that war that's going on that they talking about right here. For 42 months. I remember looking this up before. Somebody looked this up. I don't know if it's been 1,260 hours as of tomorrow. Okay, as of tomorrow. Or if it's going to be... No, it's got to be 1,260 hours as of tomorrow. Y'all need to know tomorrow is a big day of concern. Huge day of concern. Let me tell y'all this real quick. Y'all need to know this. We're going to get back to this, but it's about this. That's what made me remember it. So, tomorrow is 12/6. 666. That's my birthday backwards. Remember? 6/12, 12/6, 666, right? That's what that is. And remember the 13 days behind or ahead. We're 13 days ahead of the real date. If you go back 13 days, it takes you back to Thanksgiving Day. And by conception calendar, this was a 3-hitter. I remember this. You see why I got to stop, right? Because this was a 3-hitter. And by the calendar, by the conception calendar, is February 29th. So tomorrow is actually 11/23, 12/6, and 2/29. All 3 of them dates are happening tomorrow. Hope we wasn't too late with these candles. Because all 3 of them days. Well, one of the things God showed me is that, no, they're going to do, well, he did say they're going to do an EMP, so I don't know how you're going to get to me. But he said they was going to do that first. They have to do that first. Because that's the only way they can do a real attack or something like that. But he told me the day they do that, the day they put a real attack on the real people of Israel, is the day that the sun gonna go dark, and it's gonna be a thick darkness that could be felt. Just want y'all to know that, okay? Whew. So let's read that whole little part again. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles. And the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. Now listen to this. Remember this. 1,260 days. I don't know if it was... we got to look back on that. Go back to the video. I'm trying to give y'all another prophecy that was fulfilled. My dad lived with me exactly 1,200. I think it was 1,290 days, now that I'm saying it. I don't know. Before he died, though. Real talk. So, the reason why I say that is we're going to keep reading, and you're going to see about Revelations 12. She had a place prepared for her for exactly that amount of time. Okay? These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devour their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. Now, fire comes out. Remember, I told you, the day that they come up against the real people of Israel, that is when God himself like puts fire on those people. So know this, that was denoting the fact that these were the real people. You give these have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. And when they have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. And their bodies shall lay in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Did you hear him say spiritually is called? So it ain't really Sodom and Egypt. It's a place that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, okay? The street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindred and tongues and nations shall see their bodies 3 days and a half. 3 days and a half. That half is another confirmation for why God keeps telling me it's going to be more like 30 days, or it's going to be something with a 3 in it. You get what I'm saying? Because also the Bible says the heavens went silent for a half of an hour, which is another 3 concept. You get what I'm saying? So just know that. That's what it looks like. And they of the people and kindred and and they of the people and kindred and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry. And y'all see this is MERRY. And shall send gifts one to another, because these 2 prophets tormented them that dwelled on the earth. Was it yesterday? Somebody asked what was Christmas this time. That's my answer to that question. Christmas was this time. Okay, that's important to know. You can see it. We won't, we won't even act like it wasn't that time of year. You get me? So one of the things God has been telling me, that when the first time this happened, or the last time this happened, or when this does happen, that's the reason for the season. People really do become bound together in trauma, And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Okay. If Revelations 2 is true, this is the moment it would happen. Right? If no, please read that again. But that way you'll know the chain of events, especially if you are one of the people that have a candle, because that's the Chapter 2, he said you would have to suffer for 10 days, but you won't be hurt by the second death. That would be the second death at that point, because that's when he grabs his people. That is the metaphor for him bringing his people up, right? But one of the things he showed me, when he bring his people up, the dead rise. Y'all need to know that. So this is not a time that you really want to go beyond the 10 days of left behindness, right? I don't want y'all to think I'm talking about a rapture. This is something different. This is more the end of the story, and it's time to go. But know this, he been showing zombies, like, or the dead rising and cleaning the earth. Like, the dead itself is going to clean the earth. I'll show y'all. We're going to keep going. And that same hour was there a great earthquake, and a tenth part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and a remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever. And the 24 elders, wow, and the four, okay, y'all, okay, I'm sorry, what's going on here? Let me see. Oh, I'm attending a meeting for work tomorrow. Oh yeah, real talk. You definitely should be keeping that as a day of concern. We gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But let's go to this real quick. Y'all gotta go research this stuff, okay? On the History Channel, right? There was this show like Ancient America, right? Or they talk about ancient American artifacts. But one of the things they said, they showed proof that the lost tribes of Israel, the man from the TV show To Go, was to prove. You get what I'm saying? So oh my God, I'm so tired. The lost tribes of course, they don't ever tell the truth, okay? Let me, and they that should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. Praise God. Rest would be a great reward at this point, because that says the time of the dead, y'all. Oh, I wasn't expecting to find that. I thought I was coming here to find you know what I was looking for, and realized I was reading the wrong place. Okay, I was looking for the place where it was about the 144,000, and there was no lie found, like no lie was ever on their lips, like they tell the truth at all times, because I tell the truth at all times. That's why I ain't got no friends, but because I tell the truth at all times, I can't help it. But that's what I thought I was about to find, right? So I went to the wrong place, and this is what I read, and I told y'all God been saying it over and over again. I ain't read this. This is not one of the things that he had said. Y'all just saw it happen on camera. Y'all just saw it happen on camera. Let's read that again so we can really understand what that says. That's verse 18. For if anybody want to check it out, this is chapter 11 of Revelations. Okay? Verse 18. King James Version, my grandmama Bible. And the nations were angry, and they wrath. No, better yet, I got to go back to 17 just because I don't like how I don't understand what I'm reading because it's two in the middle of it. So let me go back to verse 17. Saying, we give thee thanks, O Lord God Almighty, which art and was and art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and has reigned. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. Now, the fact that they have that comma in there flat out says the dead. Now, mind you, I thought I was reading it wrong. But no, because of that comma tells me, no, that's the time of the dead is what they said. That's the time of the dead and that they should be judged. That doesn't say that's the time that the dead should be judged. No, that says that's the time of the dead. And, because that's what a comma means, that they should be judged. And the other thing we was reading the other day, Jeremiah 7, it did the same type of thing to where you were reading it and it flat out said the dead. But it read as if, you know what I mean? You could have took it both ways. So, that's deep. This is deep. But praise God, this is also the time that the prophets get their reward. And to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. So God gonna destroy them that destroy the earth. And the temple of God was opened in heaven, and there was in his temple the ark of the covenant. I told y'all that the ark of the covenant was in heaven. I told y'all that's what it say right there. So ain't nobody got their hands on it. And the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. I'm going to keep reading because I really do think that I'm number 12. I think I'm her. Something going on. There's a lot of, look, go back and watch the video. So let's see. Let's see. If y'all been watching the video, let's see. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth. Now, the reason why I know y'all like, how could you be her? Because you ain't have it. No, I already had her. Her birthday coming up. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? Right? I already had her. Real talk. Travailing in pain and to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon its head. Now, remember, go back and look at our old video. That's when we saw the gamma ray, because remember, Beetlejuice did, like right now they treating Beetlejuice like some type of Mandela effect, but y'all remember Beetlejuice did supernova and all that radiation was coming towards us. Now, I remember thinking it was going to be Beetlejuice, but it ended up being something in Sagittarius or something like that. But that's something else to know about. We talked about, this is where we got it from, about this big red dragon up in the sky. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. You know, that's all of the continents. That's what those 7 and 10, those are kingdoms and things like that. Those are land, right? And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered. I told y'all I already had her. But that, you know, that's the way it reads. I'm just tripping on the way it reads. Hold on, let's read it again. And did cast them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. Okay, and she brought forth a man child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. Y'all hear that? 1,200. Listen to that though. Like 60 days. Like, I know it means 60. I know everybody say it means 60. But do you hear that though? 1,203. 23 much? 23 much? I'm just saying. Remember I was telling y'all the other day that 23 popping up real loud in numbers a lot lately. But I know it means 60, but that does say 1,203 and 3 score. Interesting. Okay. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuses them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, and of the seal of, to the inhabitants of the earth, and of the seal, for the devil is come down unto you. Whoa, I don't think I've ever read this in King James Version the way I'm reading it, okay? It's blowing my mind. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. I hope it's not buffering. I hope y'all hear me. Wait a minute. We got to read that again. Y'all heard that? Let's do that again. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the seal, for the devil is come down unto you. Why they say the seal? That I ain't never noticed that before. This say the seal. So the mark of the devil has come down unto you. Is that, or the, what we got to define the word seal. I don't know where my book's at. I'm not about to run for them. But y'all got to look at that. Like, define the word seal, y'all. Because that's what it says. It says, let's read it again. Therefore rejoice, therefore rejoice, comma, ye heavens, comma, and ye that dwell in them, period, right? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the seal, for the devil is come down unto you, comma, having great wrath, comma, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. That's deep. That's deep. That threw me a curveball, y'all, because that's why it's so important to go through the Bible line upon line, verse upon verse, precept upon precept. It says it's earth and sea. No, mine says seal. It is not sea. I checked it. My It might. Hold on. Yeah, that's an exclamation point. I was tripping. Oh, good looking out, though. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You should have said it sooner. Why you take so long? I was mad. Like, what is this seal? Wait a minute. I'm 40s. I'm ready to fight. Like, wait. Okay, good looking out. I appreciate that. So, hold up. Let's get this light over here a little better. Let's move over here. Okay. And it's one of them old Bibles too. So the exclamation point is really big. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oops. That's okay. I'm having a great time. And I'm not sitting here doing nothing. I'm doing something. Ready to go off. All right. Where was I? Let's get back to the earth and the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short period of time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into a place where she is nourished for a time, and a time's half a time, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because, it's like, you only God could be like, because I'm so embarrassed right now. But it's literally like, nope, keep going. You got this. Keep going. Just do it. Just do it. You're reading the Bible. You're not read the Bible. Just, put some light on it so you read it right. So, okay, stay with me. I apologize. A little delirious after that. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So this wasn't even what I was looking to read. But it still was interesting. Still interesting. Let's go to Second Thessalonians. That's something I know I was supposed to read yesterday that I didn't get a chance to finish. I'm definitely the bad kid at the school. That's how I feel, like the bad kid. But maybe you read it as for a reason. Man, but I tell you, he's been putting it on my mind a lot. Like, it has been coming up a lot. It has. It's been coming up a lot and different things to the point where I feel this need. Like, okay, I'm one of those people, do not do what I do. Okay, don't. Come on, y'all. I ain't nobody to look up to. That's okay. You know, I know God loved me, but remember what he said, the last will be first. I tell you that. Um, but it's literally like, I look, what the heck? I hear you. I hear you. He's saying this right now is a ritual of justification. Hold on one second. I do feel him saying stop playing. And I'm that obedient to where even if I look, I don't look right within it, you know what I mean? But I hear you. He said, I want them to see who you listen to. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you are the bad kid, they need to know that obedience says stop, even in adulthood. But only if you have a God at your helm that is at your best interest, the one true God, Yahweh. But there's some other people that got a different God, just so you know. That's what I hear you saying, Father. I'm sorry. He said what he flat out is saying that my purpose is to show you indiscriminate obedience. Wait, no, did I say that right? Well, okay, hold on. Let me feel the word he just said. It wasn't indiscriminate. What's the kind of word? I don't know what this word means, but a word that says at all cost lay down before his feet. And he said that I am the example of that. But he said don't but I feel like the reason he was saying cut it, like stop laughing for a minute, you know what I mean, is because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The way he's saying is like we are it just hurts my feelings. I'm sorry. But it's true. It's true. Like we are the behind schedule, not behind schedule. How do I say what you're saying? He said, this is the reason why he had me read that very thing. Wow. He said, go back to Revelations 11, and he said, read just the beginning. He said, he told me not to read the whole thing. Here we go. He said, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of God and the altar that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and make it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall be tread underfoot for 42 months. That's where he had me initially stop. But it's as if he just said in my head, who is my mother, who is my father? Like, you know, like if I said that to them, what would your bloodline make you any different? It's like he was saying, we're the court. We're the court is the way in which he's telling the truth. Like, I didn't fall in love with God until, I mean, no, I've always loved God, but I've been beat up to this kind of obedience, which is, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. But at the same point, you know, I was Democratic, you know, I'm neither, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, you know how Democratic now basically mean globalist, you know what I mean? I was more like that. But then God showed himself to me, and then it became a situation of like I started running after him because I knew that he was real. But I've only been running after him now for about 4 years. And so for him to say, you know, but to be, but I believe that I am probably one of those, like, you know, lost tribe or something like that, something special to him. But at the same point, I feel him saying the specialness is the fact that he did, this was for the Gentiles, that he didn't he didn't destroy us 1,000 years ago. That this was the time to measure the rod or measure the courtyard. And I will give power unto my witnesses. He said that's why he's been saying pick up the books, because that is the time of the witnesses. He said everybody is about to start showing real proof, but people still won't hear. He said they still won't hear, but that's the tone he has right now, as if we're behind in something, not something. He said the fact that I even said the word something is wrong. Like, I feel him though. I could feel what you're trying to say. We're behind in the time of a cataclysm. It's raining outside. I hear you. It's like I feel him saying, "Well, Heavenly Father, give us exactly what you would like us to do." Heavenly Father, let us know. We are so we are so dumb compared to the understanding of where you're trying to get us to be. But what could we do, Father? How can I? What is it that you need right this moment? Like if he told me to ask you questions. He said, if it happened tomorrow, what will you do? He said, if the pillars of the earth were shook tomorrow, what would you do? Who has a plan? Put in the comments if you have a plan. Put a waving hand or a thumbs up if you have a plan. And if you're brave enough, say that what your plan is. Do you have a plan? Or is this, I feel him saying, are you not entertained? He told me to say, are you not entertained? Can you say you have a plan? He's giving me the image of as they stand, like I don't know the Bible verse, but he's giving me this image though of as they stand, their eyes and their, like your eyes melt away, you're burned with your eyes melt away. Like that's in the Bible. That he's giving me the image of that Bible verse. He said you see for yourself exactly what's happening. He told me to start reading again. But he did say that if you have a plan, he, like I feel him saying, prove him wrong. Tell your plan. And if nobody can tell your plan, then he's saying stop playing is what I think that's to me. No, he said that's to y'all. No, that is to y'all. I'm sorry. Like it feels like he telling me like I'm the, you know how you get that bad substitute teacher that's really just chilling? Like that's the way he's kind of talking to me, but he's also saying to y'all, what's your plan? Because I've been set apart, is what he said. Like, you ain't got to worry about you. You've been set apart. This is for them. What is their plan? It feels, okay, I just feel a lot of, oh, I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this, Father. I'm going to read 2 Timothy chapter, I mean, no, not 2 Timothy, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Okay, that's what he's saying, read. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him. that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. This is verse 3. So I want y'all to know this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3, 23. Again. He's saying go to Matthew, hold your finger there, but go to Matthew 24. We're reading red words only, okay? Red words only. See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Take heed that no man deceive you. So that jumps over to 4. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. I feel him telling me jump back. Jump back to that other verse. Chapter 2. Okay, so we're going back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. This is verse 9 as well. I did not know that, y'all. Watching this unfold. Y'all watching this unfold. Hold up. Wait. Not 9 as well. Hold up. No, there was something about it. I don't know. Hold up. I'm jumping around what he's saying. I can't say that. I can't say that like that, Father. I gotta say it like that. Okay, I'm gonna say it like that. Here we go. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity, define these words. That's the only way you gonna know who deceiving you. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Y'all. I gotta write it. I can't even say this. I can't even say this. This ain't something I can say. I have to write this down. Is there a pen? A pencil, something? Hold on, let me get up and get me a pen. Pencil, something. I don't know if y'all could see that. And that doggone notebook's wet. Ugh. I'm just gonna read it again in a stronger kind of way, focusing on a certain word. Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. Y'all, listen. There's a time where they're going to use Christ to kill. You understand what I'm trying to say? So there's about to come a time like the Crusades. Y'all understand that? Just like what happened on that thing. But it's going to come in a different kind of way. Like I feel God saying to deceive many. So it's going to be like, come go with me. But then you ain't never heard of again kind of thing. Or, oh, sure, we got you. And then you're never heard of kind of thing again. I wish I could go into detail. We in utopia. Okay, so listen to this. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled. For all these things must come to pass. That has been coming to pass. All that stuff has been coming to pass. We're in like year 3 of it coming to pass. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So that was the beginning, right? Then shall they deliver you up to, it says, afflicted. It's more than afflicted. And shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. This is true. I'm going through this. Some people are so offended by the fact that I love God that they attack me. Where literally I'm like, no, I'm not even the person that's trying to check. Like, I'm not even an evangelizer. Like, you do you, you be you. We can serve like God said, let you be you, let me be me. But I know my God. You know what I mean? So that is very true. Oh, I hear you, Father. Okay. Okay. He's saying that don't be surprised when it gets so bad that you can't even trust the people in your house. Like he's saying, because of the has lowered the inhibitions that you're gonna see that the love of most have waxed cold, and the government or the white rabbit is setting up a way to deceive, save you. Did you hear what I just said? The white rabbit, y'all remember the white rabbit, is setting up a way to deceive, save you. When this thing happens, and we know it's going to happen, and I feel God saying we're acting like we don't know, but we know it's going to happen. Some type of cataclysmic event is about to occur. I have it wrote on my wall. The pillar is going to shift. But they're going to come, once the pillar shifts, they're going to deceive, save you. Where they're going to be saying, you're with Christ? You're with Christ. Oh, we are too. Come on, this is that. We're the Calvary coming to save you, coming to get you back connected with everyone else, get you back on the grid. We're coming to or better yet, we have to stay here with you. You get what I'm saying? I feel God saying that's this. That's this. A time when, okay, so it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for the witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, this is the time I'm talking about, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place, whosoever readeth, let him understand. Then let them which is in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything. See, a cataclysm. And of the house, neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall there ever be. Except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then if any, now this is the part I was trying to talk about where I said that's this time. So not that up there. We went through that. That was 3 years ago. This time, y'all, is verse 23. Y'all, is verse 23. The thing is verse 23. Ah, I can't make this up. Y'all saw I stopped premature Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall rise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. The feeling I'm getting, guys, is when this thing happened, they're gonna come telling you that like you're in your house, right? So they're gonna be telling you, there's gonna be reports of Jesus out in the field. Now y'all already know about this channel. I don't do no magic. I already told Jesus he got to come in the house and get me. With me and Jesus talked about that. You get what I'm saying? I don't do no magic, nothing like that. Like no, you're not gonna catch me idolizing and not on my square where God told me to be. God told me Isaiah 26:20. You get what I'm saying? So that means God will have to come get me. What I feel God's saying is there's about to be a time where something is about to happen that they're going to use your Christianity as a means to discreetly dispose of you and them and us. Oh, I hope they don't mess. I mean, I hope they don't just take this video down. I hope they don't. I'm trying not to say it any other kind of way, but that's what God's saying. I see why he's stopping the whole laughing and joking thing as much as possible, because the... Oh. He just said, he said it before, but this time I've never felt God say it with anxiety. Like I feel God saying, slavery is coming for all races. Like at the beginning, it's going to be for everybody. In the long run, they're going to wheedle out who they need to wheedle it out for, who they want it to be for. But that's the way I feel him saying, so what's your plan? What's your plan? Because they're coming for Exodus. We got to go to Exodus. What's your plan, y'all? I really feel it. Like I feel him saying like it's like he's saying y'all watching me for entertainment. And don't get me wrong, I'm doing it for entertainment as well, you know. I'm grateful that he done put me off, you know, separated me from where I was. So it does get boring, and I'm doing it for entertainment too. But am I? You get what I'm saying? Like, no, this is your life on the line. This is your family's lives on the line. Like, what is the plan? Y'all, like, you get what I'm saying? What's the plan? Let's go to Exodus. I'm looking for the verse. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm in the right place. Or I could read the whole thing, you know. Exodus chapter 11, y'all. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor jewels of silver and gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die. From the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maid servant that is behind the meal, and all the firstborn of the beast. And there shall be a great cry throughout the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye know, wow, that ye may know now, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a, that the Lord doeth put a difference between Egypt and Israel. Y'all know what I heard right when I read that part, though. Remember he said, we the court, though. Like, so often want to get caught up going, oh, the children of Israel be okay. Children of Israel be okay. But if your flock ain't okay, like if your flock, like a real shepherd, know that I ain't okay if my white brethrens, or the ones that aren't Israelites, the Gentiles, ain't that why we doing this? Like I would have been if I was a real Israelite, I would have been disassociated because of my silliness, ADHDness, whatever the case may be. I would have been disassociated. The only reason why I still do this is because of Christ. I want people like me that felt worthless, that felt like don't nobody love you, that feel like they don't know if they coming or going, that literally happenstance has done you, you just here. Life is what it's been. I I want those people to know that God love you too. So that's why I do it. So even if I am of whatever bloodline, I do it for the Gentile. I get it. I get it, Father. So the fact that if we are the court, then we really need a plan, y'all. How about that? Let's say this. You looking at me thinking, like, if you've watched this show, yeah, you probably thinking she one of God's chosen, or a Israelite, or whatever the case may be. But know this, I do this for the Gentile. I do. I do this for the Gentile. So what is your plan? Like, so as a Gentile, what's your plan? All right, let me take a look. What you saying? The plan is to ask God what to do. But he asks what happens if it's tomorrow. Like if it's tomorrow, I just want you to, don't get me, we all know to ask God. That's what's, I feel you, Father. That's what's holding everybody pigeonhole. We know to ask him what to do. Question is maybe we should ask for the bravery to do it. Maybe the consistency to do it. I feel him saying this for me, probably for you too, but maybe the passion to do it. Maybe because we know we're asking him what to do, but what if it's tomorrow? What have we, how have we 10 virgined it? That's what I'm feeling I'm saying. How have we allocated our, not resources? Is it resources? Is that the word you're saying? I guess allocate our resources, but I feel a little deeper than that. How have we prepared our children? How have we prepared our grandmother who is in a wheelchair? And if this thing happens, we might need to get her to another place and location. Long distances, like, you got somebody in your family that is in a wheelchair. Like, have we, maybe, or we got somebody we know maybe ain't in a wheelchair, but they really old and they walk with a cane, maybe buying a wheelchair because we know this thing, like, that's the thing about it is like, after everything that we've seen, everything that's happening on the news, everything that's happening in the world, what have we done to prepare our families, like to be obedient to God? Like, I know what I've done. My kids know exactly how to get here. I got my daughter with her dad. If you see this, like we have, like if they start doing roadblocks, like we have contingency plans. It like immediately, even with Faithful, immediately if something happens where if the Lake Erie starts losing water suddenly, that's one of our things where we go, if Lake Erie lose water suddenly, everybody contact Faithful, and then Faithful grab them and everybody run this way. You get what I'm saying? So we have some type of plan on the what if, because we've been watching it though. No, no, no. Like, no, the scientists are telling us, God is telling us, like they're any minute now trying to bomb the place. So what's our plan for tomorrow? You know what I mean? Like if it's tomorrow, because he's given us, this has been a long wait, right? What is our plan? I want to read these comments, but depends on what happens, since God will know. So mark your doorposts with the blood of the Lamb. Yeah, that's what actually the candle is, the blood of the Lamb. But yeah, I get him. 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 I feel him. Ooh, no, you did. Ooh. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Father. I hear you, and I will say it. Oh, that's hard to say. That's hard to say. I can't say that. I can't say that. I feel you on that one. Someone said right now I don't know if I'm coming or going. Spinning top. You telling the truth exactly. We have some insight because we're paying attention. You telling the truth. How do I say what God is saying? You know, sometimes God says things to me, and because of my culture, I want to say it a certain kind of way, but I don't want to dilute His message using my culture. You get what I'm saying? My culture would mess up what He was trying to say. You get what I'm saying? Because it has more love in it than what. But at the same point, don't get me wrong. The word that comes to mind from the feeling that he's giving me is, please excuse my ignorance in trying. So maybe you can discern it. I pray you have the ability to discern what I'm trying to say, okay? So please excuse my ignorance. It's as if God is saying we have been lazy lovers. That's just the best way I know how to say it. Like, Deuteronomy 30. I feel him. Deuteronomy 30. Hold on. Let's go look. Deuteronomy 30. I think. I don't know. It might not be Deuteronomy 30. But it's like he's saying, that's why the 10 virgins. That's why the other ones he went, I don't know you. But there was 5 that was wise and was ready for for the party. They got their wine, they got they oil, you know what I mean? They were ready for the party. But this other 5 ain't ready for the party. And the truth is, what's coming is a cataclysm that he's prepared us for, told us about, gave us dimensions for, even gave us candles for. I've told you. Oh, oh, that's the what's the name came on. Scared me. I'm gonna get that up just in case I tell you that. Hold up. Ugh. That's a mouse. You're dead. That's a mouse. Uh, go away, mousy. I didn't mean to laugh. Ah, there's a mouse. The Mickey Mouse got you now. No, no. Go run away. I told you, you better be gone before I come over there. Ah! I'm walking over there. I see the piece of paper. There's a piece of paper. Well, I can't turn the thing. But there's a piece of paper. I see the paper on the floor. I'm walking. Oh, my phone just did a Amber Alert too. Like it just went through this whole Amber Alert thing. Y'all pay for a 10-year-old boy. Hold on, let me see if I could tell y'all the Amber Alert thing. It won't tell me. And somebody said don't kill it. What the heck I'ma do? I hope it better run away. But better not show itself. I'm gonna keep throwing stuff. Well, what if it get on my couch? What if it get on my couch? Ah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Ah, I ain't got nothing. Oh, I got rocks. Oh no, I don't got no rocks. I had rocks in my pocket for throwing them, like trying to scare away them dogs earlier. Oh, well, that just ruined the mood for me, guys. I'm sorry. I can't sit up here all night. Oh. You gonna say don't kill it. What am I supposed to do? Y'all, I'm getting off of here because really, I'm about to kill it. I'm going full fledged, like I'm about to put some. I know, y'all. Oh, don't kill it. That's why I ain't got no friends. I'm about to put some, like I'm about to get straight. Not in my house. I have an alpha personality. That's why my dogs listen to me. Okay, That's why I don't have bugs in my house. Soon as a bug come in my house, I kill it just cause it walked over the threshold. I got the right. Okay, I have the right at this point. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do this on some humanitarian stuff. No, no, I'm messed up, okay? I'm messed up. Like I am. Why did I ever move to the country? I love you, Lord. Thank you for moving me to the country. I love you so much. Oh, oh. I'm sorry. I'm scared now. You said no one said. Oh, I thought somebody said don't kill it. Yeah, somebody said don't kill him. Yeah, Lady Liberty said don't kill him. That's why I'm gonna go. I love you, Lady. Don't be mad at me. You said must be the bacon you were eating when you were. Oh yes, my actually it's the shea butter. That's what I've been putting in uh the hair thing, and then I noticed it went and tried to get into the hair thing. So hold on. Watch. So I made this earlier so that it'll go on it, but I ain't want to see it. Like that's the first time I didn't seen it. But I saw it's poopy earlier. I was like, oh heck no, you got to go. But yeah, so that's why I'm about now that I done seen them, I'm going full fledged war mentality up in here. Okay, so it is war. It is either me or him at this point. Okay. So I don't want y'all. And guess what? I know God loved me and I love God. And I know God chose me so that you could know that he really do like regular people. So regular people got to be obedient by getting off of here so that way y'all don't hear all these cuss words I'm about to say. So I got to go. Uh, yeah. But I love you guys and forgive me. Yeah, I'm not bringing that cat back. The cat came with the man. Nope. No, our dogs only round here. Dogs only. I wanted to keep y'all. Hold on, let's get back to where, cause God is not playing though. For real, we are sitting ducks right now. So really, if I could be honest and just say, because the mouse done showed itself. How about that? Because the mouse done showed its little big-eared self. Okay, that it is definitely we gotta like there's the red. Oh, the white rabbit is showing himself. Y'all remember White Rabbit? The White Rabbit is showing himself. And we do gotta start making cataclysmic preparations. We're don't get me wrong, we're preparing for the Bible part, right? Okay. Okay, I agree. That's what the candle is. That is what some people get crosses. Like I saw the one bishop said, put a cross on your door. Okay, okay. But from what it looks like in there, it ain't gonna happen the way we thinking it's gonna happen. It's gonna be. I want to make a lot of noise though. Hold on, let me just throw something like a lot of stuff over there. Just case. Go there. Don't come this way, mousy. Um, but there's a lot of stuff that has to happen still as of yet. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna have to see the Nunu. We're gonna have to see it. Or the EMP, which is still a Nunu, right? So we're gonna have to see the EMP. Right? We're going don't laugh at me because I'm throwing stuff to make noise so it'll keep it better not come out. It better not come out. As long as I keep making noise, maybe it won't come out. Stay gone, Mousy. Um, but we're gonna have to see that EMP. And now I'm not even talking about the end, right? We're 3 years in. What if the 3 days of darkness is really 3 years? Because remember, it's supposed to be 6.2 years long. That's how long the tribulation is supposed to be. 6.2 years. First, you have the time of Jacob's trouble. Then you have the wrath of God, right? So what if it's 3 years long? Like, how much of what we've been learning about in our times of entertainment have we really went, this is what I got to do to prepare for my family? This is I see I'm in a, or here we go, let's be honest, there's a lot of people that are having to make that decision, that they are in a bad situation, like where they're going, you know what, I'm just ready to go home. But you got to be honest with yourself about if that's what you're doing. Like if you're saying I'm going to do nothing so that maybe God could take me home, if you serve the God I serve, then you know that's going to be your greatest hour of test. Like he's going to make sure auntie, somebody got to get auntie from the rubble, and it's going to be you. You get what I'm saying? Like he can't take you home unless there's certain things you have to do. You get what I'm saying? We know how our God thinks. And one of the ways I know him to think is that if you wait until that moment, he's going to put you to work. He going to put you to serious work, which don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for the work he put me to. And I want you to be grateful for the work he put you to. But wouldn't it be great being the unlikely hero of your family? Like, auntie need a wheelchair. You know that if that she lives on the coast and maybe just need to talk about what's coming with her. You know what I mean? Just let her know what's coming. And if she don't listen, cool. But at the same point, how your heart gonna feel if it's tomorrow, though? And I feel that's what I feel him kind of saying, is that we gotta, as a people, start living like we think it's tomorrow, like, and start doing the things. Like right now, praise God, overnight we went from prepared for the apocalypse to not prepared, back to prepared again overnight. Like right now, we got the wood burning stove. We got I got my candle. I got food. I got everything I got my dogs. I got a little mouse. I guess the dogs can eat the mouse. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. I know I got a gist of how prepared I am. My question to you is, what's your gist of how prepared you are? That's the important part. And let me just tell y'all this. For those that already. Now, don't get me wrong, because my cousin, let me give you a great example. This woman, you know how you grow up and you got like somebody you look up to because they just super strong. Like she always been like a little petite woman, but she's super like, she's the one with the thing and a arm up like that. So I always tell her, come here with me, because she knows I'm telling the truth. She knows it's true. God talking to her too. You get what I'm saying? And I always tell her, come here with me, come here with me. But she said, no, when it happened, I need to be here. Like, no, I have to. Like, she's excited about being made ready for helping in that situation. Okay. Now, here we go. For what I know, there are going to be some bad people helping. So praise God. Like, maybe that's something you should be preparing yourself for is how will you endure? How will you help others endure when that time comes? Um, but it's important to start evaluating those things because I really do feel him saying the end is not near, it's here. That wow, that's what I named the show, not knowing the amount of seriousness he'd take me through, I just knew that's what he's saying is now, 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 and we are not ready for now, and that ready or not, here I come. That's what I just heard him say. Ready or not, here I come, and so start thinking about that and doing something about it. Um, any other Bible verses I was supposed to read, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all go because I am freaked out about this mouse. I know it went that away. It probably went up in the wall, but until I get the energy to move, like I'm gonna keep doing this, you know. So I gotta break this little spell, turn on some TV, and not be afraid anymore. But I hope I helped in any way that I could help you guys. That's the thing here. Like I said, it's not monetized. Even the candles even aren't about your money, which you do need a candle. That's another thing. God has been telling me I need to push this because it's going to be the amount of faith that it's going to emulate. No, not emulate, it like radiate. The amount of faith that it's gonna push forth is gonna be so huge. Like I feel God, as it relates to the candles, I feel as if it's gonna be good times. You know what I mean? Like whereas the rest like zombies, all kinds of stuff outside, but you are boarded up in your house with your family and with your candle and at the darkest point of your hour where, we know the government done failed, things are bad. It's like God was showing me the lighting of this candle is gonna radiate so much positive energy and so much good faith uh, into the world. So you do need to get your candle. Like I said, Faithful Wisdom Warriors. Put your name where you want it sent to. Because I'm going to send it. As soon as you say you want it and your address, I'm sending it. But I'm also going to text message you and tell you, like for you to send the money after I send it. You get what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and get that done because you do need those in your hands. Um, and I want you to know it's like this is just the candle is the difference between light and dark. This ain't one of those things where if you don't have the candle, uh you're going, you're not going to make it. No, I'm not telling you that either. This is about faith. This ain't one of those things where I'm saying if you don't got the candle, you're gonna die in your house. No, I'm not telling you that. This is God been showing me that this is really like that moment just where he gets glory. That's what it's for. It's for the glory. For your glory. Right? That's what it's for. It's in that moment for someone to actually light as this for him to be the light of the world, you know? So but yeah, so that's what you do with the candle is contact me. But start talking to your kids. Start thinking about if it was a cataclysm, how would you protect your immediate family? What's going on with Auntie Lula? What's going on with how will Uncle Stevie or how will uh these different people be okay, you know? And it may just be because remember the sanctification that's another thing about the candle. The candle is about where your treasures lie, there so your heart, so it makes a treasure. You get what I'm saying? But if you Scrooge and stingy with your money to where even if grandma needed a wheelchair, you wouldn't do it, then that ain't the right way to be. You gotta get sanctified by being a cheerful giver. You know what I mean? So during this time, look around to see you don't gotta give them what it is that you're preparing for them for the apocalypse now. You know what I mean? You could just let's say they kind of messed up out there to where you can't give it to them now. Just be standing back looking going, yeah, if the pillar of the earth slid, this right here is the one person they gonna need me. You know, they're gonna run straight to me. I won't be able to, my heart won't let me not help them. So let's start putting some of that together now. Start, just some of it. Just stand back and look and see who's who and what's what. You don't have to tell them that you're prepping for them, but prep for the disaster of it all. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That's what I feel in my heart that God is trying to get me to get across is that we're prepping for the like a quick, but this is a disaster of it all. This is going to need new structure. This is going to need good people. This is going to need discernment. People oh, hallelujah. I feel I'm saying, remember, there is a final exam with this Bible. So this going to need discernment, right? Remember, I told y'all the Calvary are the slave people, right? So there's going to be some people coming around trying to save people, but they're really enslaving people. Y'all, I hope y'all hear me. I'm telling the truth. They did it before. They'll do it again. And this is definitely the time, like it's in the air for going back to start, ain't it? A reset. That's what I used to tell people this, y'all. A reset ain't that cool for certain people. For certain people, you go back to if I go back to the beginning, I know what back to the beginning mean for my people. Did that get too real? I hope it is, because then now what we gonna do should be thinking a little bit more going, I got a young black son or a young black daughter. Don't get me wrong, it's going for all races. They about to enslave all races. But until they weed them out. Don't get me wrong, the end result will be black slavery again. It's coming again. That's the point. Israelite slavery again. It's coming. But to start off, know that's what's coming. You get what I'm saying? So, and think about our children. I want you to really think about our children, this generation children. Did y'all hear? My cousin told me about this woman in Jerusalem said the biggest threat, like, no, the fight in Jerusalem ain't their biggest threat. Their biggest threat was young black America. Don't that sound like Hoover again or whoever? What, remember them? They said that back during the Vietnam War, where we was like, how the heck we ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but you keep putting our names in y'all mouths. But that just came out recently. This woman said that very thing. Um, so I'm just saying, I think it's time for us to start talking to these children about this. I think it's time for them to fight and musk up against us right now before they come. Because have y'all been watching TikTok and stuff? You've been seeing fighting in the stores and motherfucker, you ain't been seeing that? That ain't the way we gonna get out of this one. This one, we gonna have to do this one like Homer Simpson. Do you feel what I'm saying? We're gonna have to do it like that. Right? Out here, the way they doing right now, it ain't gonna work. So I want y'all to understand that. That's why I'm saying it. Because, yeah, you gonna be okay. But your niece, your nephew, think about it. I want y'all to remember Roots. Remember the movie Roots? Remember them running through the field? Remember somebody catching them? Annabella? Remember that? That's what's coming. So we need to godly sit down and talk with our children beforehand, right? Because when it happens, y'all think about what you're thinking right now. Just the fact I'm saying it, you probably thinking, "I wish a mother, I will, we blame." I know that's probably what you thinking, but that ain't the godly way to deal with this. Maybe if we could talk about this beforehand in a godly manner, you could actually get out of this one. End up somewhere else. End up out of the way. For your family. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what the Bible does say, that's what they're going to do. They gonna gather up the wicked and prepare them for slaughter. But the Bible says those that are righteous, not like it just said, not even a dog. Well, it said for the Israelites, but I'm letting you know Christ paid for the righteous. He paid for the righteous, though. So even I believe that even the right, I've been living it. Y'all see how but I've been living it. When you do right by people and you do, the righteous unto no, you do right by God to people. It's a whole different ball game. Life is, way better, and it's just way protected, right? It's way protected. But think about how many people ain't, and how many young people ain't that are connected to you. You get what I'm saying? So that no, and if you're white, I want you to picture your white son running through the field like on Roots, cause to start off with, it's gonna be them grabbing everybody. Yep. And I don't want you to think it's just they gonna be just grabbing us. They gonna be grabbing everybody. God showed it to me. God showed it to me clear as day. And it's gonna be a wheedling, uh, like on Spartacus, or yeah, like on Spartacus. I was supposed to say Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones. Or like on Spartacus, you see how everybody got to vie for a position. These people are separated from those people. Gray lines where you think that you working your way into freedom or working off of debt, but you ain't working off of debt. Then next thing you know, they keeping you forever. That's the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be like the way God's been showing me, it's gonna be also a secret. Like if you like me, they gonna get rid of me. I'm a guillotine girl. Like you get what I'm saying? That's the way they would have to get rid of me because I'm not gonna ever stop teaching anyone ever that ever comes around me. I'm never going to deny him. I'm never going to forsake him. That is not in the cards for benefiting myself. Don't get me wrong. I shut up, but I ain't going to deny him or forsake him. You get what I'm saying? So that puts you under a guillotine situation. Some people be willing to deny him and forsake him, and those people gonna go into slavery. You get what I'm saying? But if, as a family, y'all have talked about these things, then maybe they'll just be a little more open to hearing God in the moment. You know? Because there's a lot of people that their knee-jerk reactions are not in line with God because they're not even thinking about God. But once you start talking to them about God, it does something to their knee-jerk reactions. They try a little bit more for God in those moments, you know? All right, let me see what you say. Every video I saw about the 3 days of darkness and only blessed candles will light. Said only blessed candles will light. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to tell you this again. Like I told you, God told me I'm not allowed to pray. So I don't know what blessed candles are. I don't know any of that. I want you guys to know you are looking at a person that is literally living off of the, like I'm as if I was raised by wolves, and then I learned about a dude named Jesus, and then I started going, well, let me learn it for myself. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know any churchiness. I don't know nothing about, I don't know. Okay. I'm going to tell you what God told me. He told me I'm not allowed to pray over these candles that I will be sending. So, but I have to do it. I have to put frankincense, myrrh, gold, oxygen, and it has to be stirred up in a bronze bowl. I have to make one at a time and wash out the bowl and all of its utensils each time. But other than that, I'm not allowed to pray over it. God told me that when you get it, for you to pray the Lord's Prayer over the candle when you light it. That's what he told me to tell people. To pray the Lord's Prayer and focus on forgiving this entire existence, like, and ultimately forgiving God, like saying thank you for letting me be here, thank you for everything that's ever happened to me. It must have been a reason, like, to give yourself back to God is the like, or to submit, like, not give yourself back, but to genuinely submit, like to say, uh, I love not my life unto death. I want your way over my way. Um, yeah, because that's the image God gives me about it, is that while we're in darkness and people see the sun didn't come back out for days on end, that some people gonna want to kill themselves, you know, that kind of stuff. So God was showing me these candles are the way to say, light the candle, not don't kill yourself, don't kill no one else, don't harm anyone else, just say you had the right to exist, that God gave you this light, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, that, so it's the Jesus. I can't stop. I gotta keep going. Jesus gave it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Mm. Everywhere I go. That's what I feel in my soul. Um, so that's what it's about. So I don't know. I don't, and I love you, darling. And I'm glad you said that because I don't want you to think I am doing what other people are doing. No, you get what I'm saying? No, this ain't that. This ain't that. So I don't know. I don't want to vouch for blessed candles because I hear people pray over those blessed candles and then give them to you as a blessing. No, this ain't that. This is literally for you to bless, or for your prayers on the altar, your connection with your God, like your belief in him, your, like, you get what I'm saying? This is just saying, because you see the happenstance of how he gave me the dimensions and how to do it and everything, is to say, nope, I think you put me there for a time such as this to hear about this, and I know that this is your servant, and I know that she has good ground, because that's another thing God said, you got to pay for it, because that then says that you believe what you saw, that you know this was true, that this wasn't capitalism. At this point, I don't even have them decorated because I can't get the decorating stuff to go. But, some people done bought them just black. Like, give me my candle. I know. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's something to let y'all know about. All right, let's see what you say. I think what I went too far. Keep on keeping on. You're a huge help. Thank you. Love you much. I feel crazy most of the time, but I do promise. That's where I was trying to go in that Bible. I do promise to tell the truth. I do promise to be a living sacrifice. I do promise to be the experiment for the person who was raised by wolves and then decided they were going to figure out if this God stuff was real by tasting and seeing. And I look, a person who did that logically, like I didn't do it trying to get saved. You get what I'm saying? I didn't do it for those reasons, but I'm back to the one that saves. You get what I'm saying? So that tells you alone. Like if I went into it like a controlled scientific situation where I'm literally like, I'm open, Buddha, I'm open, Muslim, I'm open. Well, the one that literally showed himself, like through happenstance, through the Bible, through words, through communication in a supernatural way, is the one that saves. So praise God, you know? So I thank you. I thank you because I feel crazy most of the time, but I'm glad that it's helping someone. Like I told you, I sit in isolation. All this stuff has happened to lead me. Wow, the thing says 1244, right? Like, and it's 818 on here. Wow, that's God. That's 4,400, 144,000. Yeah. He always shows it. But yeah, it's like 1244 on that clock, which is, the stove is messed up. And then 818, which is 441, right there. Uh Dang, I lost my train of thought. What I was about to say. Oh well, just that I don't know, like it's hard. It's hard to get up here and do this, and I know that I'm scatterbrained, and I know that uh I have weird, awkward pauses. I'm talking to God. I'm having visions. These are all of the epitome of uncool from where I come from. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful. God done enough. He proved himself to me. Like, some people, I saw this one lady say, prove yourself to me, God. Like we were praying and she said, prove yourself. I thought to myself, he already been, oh, you late, girl. You late to the party. He done already proved himself. So he done proved himself so much. Like on his own. I ain't have to ask. Like he blocked it. Like where I was trying to put the thing in the light socket. Like he just dumb. Trying to put it in the light socket. He was like, nope. each time. so, so I'm grateful. He's a good God. Right. Wait, wait. Not saying I don't mess up some of stuff, but I get it. Yeah. They didn't specify either what was a specific thing. Then you popped up a few days ago. Makes perfect godly sense that we have to bless our own. It's true. It's true. Don't let nobody pray over your candle for that. That's why God said too, watch out for color candles. Like this candle has to be clear. Like, cause I thought about it. I have wax dye. Y'all know me. Look, I got paint everywhere. I got wax dye and everything. Nope, got to be a clear candle. Um, and I have to. Okay, so don't y'all know? I made a few of them where I didn't put the oxygen. Remember, he told me to put the oxygen in it, right? And then so now I have these candles that I made before without putting the oxygen in. And I'm like, what am I going to do? And then he told me to burn the wax. He said, burn it and then sift it. Like I have to burn it, like so that way I could use, like I could take the wax out of the can. Because it was like, am I going to just uh melt it down and then put them all together? No, I have to be that specific, is what he said. He told me, no, now that you done met, when I mess up, I have to burn the candle, then sift the candle, right? And then it's ready to be redone. You get what I'm saying? So it's definitely some uh specifics. Like God is heavy on the specifics with that one. He's not. I'm excited for the challenge, especially being an ADHD person. I literally was like, okay, okay, no excuses. Get your gloves out. I'm about to handle this. I got my bronze pot, which he told me about. Well, just regular knowledge told me about the bronze pot. Like I thought about it a little bit more. Like, why did he want me to do this in a bronze pot? Why a bronze pot though? Frequency. Like, because once it all goes together, you got to stir it up. You get what I'm saying? And right at that moment, I went, that's frequency. That has to do with it has to be. You get what I'm saying? Because the bronze ain't going into the canister. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't like he said put bronze in it. He said mix it in a bronze pot. And then I thought about it while I was mixing it. I went, and actually, I had to pray about that too. God, I had to say to him, uh, the God comes from the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So that's the way I had to stir it. You get what I'm saying? Because we know now, mind you, I think that's the thing about making candles or making something of God. If you got to know your Bible. Because I was about to stir like that, but then no. I thought about it. I know the devil was sent to the western gate in this circular understanding. No, no, no. God always comes from the east. God, the sun always comes from the east. You get what I'm saying? That's the proper rotation of the earth. You get what I'm saying? So I went, okay, that's the way I do that. So long story short, he's definitely showing this, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I think it's perfect. Like you said, I think it's perfect. I do. I think I'm looking forward to that day. Like don't get me wrong, that day is a day of terror. Read the book of Joel. That day is a day of terror. But I know on that day, I'm going to grab this candle. And on that day, I don't even know. Like on that day, I'm literally going to grab this candle and light it and just sit there crying, happy as it lights up in my hand. You get what I'm saying? Like, Nobody else got like no. They got they blessed candles. But this is a God inspired. Y'all watched it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to this gift to say in the darkness there will be hope, you know? But just saying the videos make it clear that it has to be a specific candle and ordinary candles won't light. So waited so I waited for him to show me what candle. Well, I'm guessing I'm praise God. I believe he's showing you this candle. Because this was ordained by him, you know, in the most, like, I'm the most unlikely hero. Can't you tell? like, he says it all the time, though. He says, like, because of my rough edges is why he chose me to do certain things. And then I asked him why. He said, so that they might believe. So that they might believe. I ain't got no BS on me. So that they might believe. Right? All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I kept my mind off of the mouse for a second, but it's quiet over there. So I'm guessing the mouse gone. But either way, still, I gotta clean up over there because now it's making me feel like there's too much. Look, there's too much hitting. Like, no, I don't know. It's too much sitting over there and too many spaces. I don't know. I gotta fix it. All right. I love you guys. And thanks for the affirmations. You know, a lot of people think I just sit here and make a fool of myself. That's how it was back at the beginning. You know, people who didn't respect what I was doing was like, how could you get up there and do that? Um, but I don't feel that way. I feel like if there's a person like me that is unsure of themselves, that can't change, that's hood, that is literally the kind of person that they are, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I don't everybody can change, but I'm saying my voice ain't never gonna change. I ain't never gonna stop doing this. I'm never going to conform to what you want me to conform to. I just never am. But I love God though. And then if they could tell me I can't have them, you know, like because they don't like me, you know how the idolaters are, you know, y'all know where the church ladies don't mess with you like that. They won't give your gifts a second look because you ain't like them. I want all the women that ain't like them to know he loves you. He love you. That honestly, be good to people. You ain't really gotta change what you think you gotta change. You gotta change. You just ain't gotta change what you think you gotta change. I'm living proof. I'm living proof, you know? You gotta you gotta love them. No, like love them. I think that's how I get so much grace with them is that I'm in love with them. Like I'm in love. You know what I mean? Like I'm in love to where I try to protect him. You know, I try to, which I know I'm a little peon. I know I can't protect God. I know all the things they say about him, but me and him got something special. We got something special to where I can't conform and do it their way, you know? And so I just want you guys to know that that's why I do this. I do this for the person like me, and I thank you for being there. That's really what I'm trying to say. I thank you for being there. I thank you for all the genuine watchers and listeners that are paying attention to this story. I thank you. Um, I say woe unto any scoffers or any of that kind of stuff. This ain't the place to do that, you know, kind of stuff. This ain't the place to do that because I genuinely like I ain't like them other people that's gonna be sitting there trying to make concessions for you. Nope. Everybody don't survive this one, baby. Real talk. The goal is to endure, but everybody don't survive it. So I'm not about to give everybody a a trophy with it. Not this time around. I know the blood, sweat, and tears I had to get through to get to this relationship with him. And I ain't letting nobody steal my crown. No concessions. None. Okay? So, I'm talking about like how the globalists are trying to make us concede, talking about men should be able to be women to going in the bathrooms. No, I'm sorry. No. I'm not going to make that type of concession. I'm never going to tell you that God ain't talking. Like if they came to me, like me and my cousin talked about that the other day. Uh, like, if they took me away, they would have to declare me insane. I would never tell anybody I'm in, like, in a legal setting that I'm insane. I let other people be like, whatever, I'm whatever you say I am. And if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? It's the way I am with everybody else. But um, I love y'all. Thank you for giving me a place to talk, talk crap. Thanks for giving me a place to talk crap, y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to let y'all go. Anything else before I go? Anything else? Anything else? Faithful Wisdom Warriors at Gmail. If you want a candle, in the email, put your name, phone number, and address. I need the address up front because I'm going to go just ship it to you. Real, if I got the money to ship it to you. But if I don't got the money, I'm going to text you first so that you could pay the shipping. You get what I'm saying? But I live so far away from everything. I don't want to, and I don't want to be sitting around going back and forth. If you say you want it, I'm going to send it to you. I'm just going to believe you will be a good person and send me the money. You get what I'm saying? But I'm going to send it right away. Because I don't want to, y'all know how it is when God tell you do something. It'll be like, it'll be like, here, get it. Like, because you don't want to do nothing wrong by God. Like, I'm not about to let the fact I didn't read my emails again to wait on the moment when you said, you know what I mean? I could get in trouble for that. I ain't even on it. I'm not about to get in trouble for that. So, that's the way we're going to do it. Is email, address, put your address in there. I will make the candle and it'll be on its way the next day. You know what I mean? Um, and I'll text you when I'm at the post office. Okay? So that's another thing. In the email, phone number, address. If you're going to use Zelle or Cash App, let me know them two things too. Zelle or Cash App, phone number, address. That should be it. Yeah, how many candles you want, you know? But I love you guys. And thank you for the opportunity to sit and talk with y'all and to let some of this energy out. Like, me and God sit, I'm going to hurry this up, I'm sorry. But me and God sit and talk, and I am enthralled. Like, I'm like this all day long. And I do get excited to talk to y'all, but I do feel him saying, we 3 years in. Ain't time to slow down. It's time to speed up, y'all. It's time for the real fight to begin. The revolution will not be televised. You know what I mean? So we can't just sit around entertaining each other. I feel him saying that. And I want to end with what I feel him saying is, get ready. Ready or not, here I come. Like it's, apply what you've learned. There we go. That's what I hear him saying. Apply. If you've learned, maybe sit down with a notebook and write down the things that you've learned or the things that you believe so that you could be ready to apply those things. Application is another thing. All right. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.